I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. This is a Patreon review for Juan Correa. Sorry if I said your last name wrong. Thank you to everyone who has joined me on Patreon. If you're ever interested in joining me on Patreon, the link is down below in the info box. Or if you've ever like to request a review of a movie or pretty much anything else that doesn't just have to be a movie, the link to that, my PayPal is down below too. But the request for today is the 2019 Charlie's Angels. And Elizabeth Banks, you suck as an action director. Maybe you can do better in other avenues of comedy. I honestly didn't see them. Your other directing work. Acting wise, I always thought you were just there. Take it or leave it. But I know you helped write, produce, co-star, and you directed this. This is your baby, and sorry, it's a fucking mess. It's a fucking gutter trash. And I don't know how exciting this review, this rant will be, because what more can I say in the fact that it's a boring... What's wrong with this film? It has incredibly dull, bland action sequences with editing that I swear remind me of the action scenes in Catwoman. Just poorly, quickly edited. Then take a by-the-numbers cliche story that you've seen hundreds of times, a 2-hour running time which was not needed at all. Absolutely zero fucking chemistry between your lead characters, whether it be Kristen Stewart or the other two ladies. That you give zero fucks what their names are. No charisma in these ladies don't have charisma. I'm sorry. And I'm the guy that gave Kristen Stewart credit in Underwater, and I still give her credit in Underwater. Here, she's not dead face like in the Twilight films. I'll say that. But maybe in this instance, Kristen Stewart was hurt by the script, by the piss poor direction. Because again, Elizabeth Banks has not directed action before. This is an action comedy. But I didn't find one damn thing funny. There's not one line of dialogue I found funny. There's not one piece of quip that I found funny. There's barely any action. And then the action that's there, it's tepid, it's dull, low energy, and like I said, poorly edited. The two Charlie's Angels films in the 2000s, I actually like. They're not the greatest, but they're campy, they're fun, they're energetic. I don't mind them doing the little bit of wire food because Cameron Diaz and Drew Barrymore are never going to be martial arts in the vein of, what you call it, you know, Shannon Lee or Cynthia Rothrock. But if you don't have, like, Steven Seagal, when I see him do wire wound exit wounds, which I don't mind the film, but I had a problem with that in exit wounds, I'm like, no, Steven Seagal, I've seen him do martial arts, just let him do his thing. If it's for people like Cameron Diaz and Drew Barrymore, I'm fine with that. And they were energetic. They were bubblegum. That's really, I think, of the mid-G Charlie's Angels films. They're flat out bubblegum. They're flashy. They're, again, energetic with the soundtrack and the star-studded cast. You have people like Crispin Glover and Luke Wilson and Bill Murray in the first one. Even people like Tom Green, Matt LeBlanc. I mean, I think Tim Curry was in the first one. But this is just the way it looks, the cinematography, it's cold, it's almost gray. None of the colorful stuff. And I did not watch the show of Charlie's Angels back in the day, in the 70s. Never watched I know of the theme, I know of the intro, but I never watched a full episode of the Charlie's Angels TV show. And then, you know, Elizabeth Banks wants to go on, well, this bombed because of men. Men doesn't want to go see our film. We don't want to go see shitty films. Doesn't matter who they star, who your agenda is trying to propagate or compensate or fucking. No, if your movie sucks, your movie sucks. I don't give a crap if you got a dick or a clit. If your movie sucks, it sucks. And if it doesn't, it doesn't, and that's subjective. That's an opinion. I mean, the soundtrack was god-awful in this movie. It was just boring as fucking shit. It was so fucking boring in this movie. God damn it, man. But you want to blame men for... Well, obviously, women didn't go see your fucking movie either, since it made nothing. I guess Elizabeth Banks, let me show you a couple movies I love. Let me show you Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, The Dream Master, which stars a lady called Lisa Wilcox as Alice. You want to know what that music is at the beginning of my intro? That dun, 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 dun. That's from Alice getting ready in front of a mirror to beat the fuck out of Freddy Krueger. One of my favorite scenes in movie fucking history, because that's one of those scenes I watched over and over again as a kid, and one of my favorite pieces of music. And if you want to know why in the intro you always hear like sound effects, it's because that's taken from the movie. There's never been an actual sample of that music with none of the sound effects, unless you want to have the music muted, like dulled down, I should say. It doesn't sound quite right. By the way, in the intro, what's one of the movies shown? Aliens. People always want to forget about aliens. Hey, I like Lara Croft Tomb Raider, the first one with Angelina Jolie. I liked Everly. I liked Kidnap with Halle Berry. I just said the first two Charlie's Angels films in the 2000s. Just certain for what they are, they're pulpy, you know, campy fun for what they are. Not rocket science, but entertainment. Fast-paced. I wasn't bored with them. This one, it's fucking Charlie's Angels, but sometimes you think you're the born fucking identity. And then it has one of those fucking men suck and women's rule and boys drool bullshit from the first fucking scene with Kristen Stewart with her stank face. She has that face, it's like, and then she, hey, how's it going? Like, talking with a bad guy, and the bad guy's pretty much going everything about how a woman sucks. The only thing he didn't say is that they sucked dick, but he said, oh, well, women, they shouldn't be having these jobs. Women, they shouldn't be doing this. Oh, a girl like you, you shouldn't be doing that. No, no, no. You know, God gave you the gift, not you yourself. And then she says something, and the guy's like, oh, Miss Independent. And then when she finally does fight, she goes, you know, it takes men an additional 7 seconds to think of a woman as a threat compared to a man. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Jack and shit, and they both left town on a fucking speedboat over Niagara fucking Falls. No one gives a shit, obviously, about Charlie's Angels nowadays, because they did a fucking reboot in 2011. For those who don't know, in 2011 they did a TV show reboot, Charlie's Angels, that no one saw and only lasted like 7 or 8 fucking episodes. Don't believe me? Look it up. 2011, Charlie's Angels TV reboot. I'm sure most people didn't even know that fucking existed. That's why it lasted only 7, 8 episodes. So why did you think a movie in 2019, Charlie's Angels, would work? Why do you think anyone would give a shit? Especially one with some of the most boring posters, boring trailers. For some reason, Sony has boring as fuck posters. Men in Black International, shitty movie, and a boring as fuck poster. Spider-Man Far From Home, you looked at the posters of that? Like the one in my thumbnail? Boring as fuck poster. This one, boring as fuck poster. Like they don't have anyone at Sony to develop fucking posters, apparently. But, you know, the action scenes, it's that quick editing that it was shitty in Catwoman. So the plot, you have this little opening scene which is poorly done, completely forgettable, bland, low energy. You don't... Fuck, Mick G was better in directing action sequences than Elizabeth Banks. I'm sorry. That's my honest opinion. And then this introduces the idea that Bosley is just a code name, so there's more than one Bosley. So Elizabeth Banks, she's a Bosley. Jimon Hounsou, the guy from Amistad, Guardians of the Galaxy, he was a bit role in a favorite of mine, Deep Rising. He's a Bosley. Patrick Stewart. Apparently, he was the original Bosley to the point that he's retiring, and they show pictures of him with the original Charlie's Angels from the TV show, and pictures of him with Cameron Diaz, Lucy Liu, and Drew Barrymore. So literally, he's playing the Bill Murray role. I think someone else stole this joke. Well, they didn't steal, but someone else did this joke. Like, imagine if he was playing the Bernie Mac from Charlie's Angels 2. But, yeah, there's even a picture that when Bill Murray was in disguise with the 2 ladies, they just superimposed Patrick Stewart's face in there over Bill Murray's. Which is even more fucked up because later on, spoiler alert, you find out that Patrick Stewart is the bad guy. Why? Because he's a guy and he's white. Seeing shit that'll turn you white. He's a white guy, so he's the bad guy. Because women are the kings of the universe. Fuck men. Fuck them. Fuck them. Women rule, and boys and guys are shit and drool and dicks and drool and bad guys and assholes. Just like Ghostbusters 2016 and Birds of fucking Prey. But if it was the reverse done, there'd be shit the kingdom fucking come about how that's sexist. Guess the door don't swing both ways for the... So there's more than one Bosley. Patrick Stewart's retiring. The fucking actual story, this lady is an inventor, works with this group. I think the company's name like Block or something. I think Brock. What, Brock Lesnar? He's doing F5 the entire fucking cast? No, Brock, B-R-O-K. The jokes, the humor, they're getting ready for this meeting, and the lady, the inventor, she's trying to seem, but it's tricky. It's tricky. And then, yeah, she fails, of course. Because she can't sing for shit. But that's the joke. She's trying to say, it's tricky. You get it? No, I don't get it. Explain it to me, please. Thank you. Fuck you. And I had to write this down because I would forget. An energy conservation device that she helped invent, named Callisto. Callisto has the potential to trigger fatal seizures when used. So they do like an EMP type of thing as well. And so Jamon Hansu's Bosley meets with this girl at a cafe. There's an assassination attempt. Then you get a car chase. You saw most of that in the trailer, where the one, she's like a former MI6, but she's one of the Charlie's Angels, laying out the car and shoots. Well, Jamon Hansu gets shot in the neck. The car flips over, go in the water. Jamon Hansu dies. The other two get out there, deal with Stewart, and the three of them go to Elizabeth Banks. And then they have to find this device named Callisto. So then they do this whole like 20-minute fucking scene where they break into this place, they get this device, and then the device isn't fucking there, so it makes the entire fucking scene pointless. Like, they did all this breaking in, yeah, they each got a blonde wig looking like Prince fucking Valiant, and then these heroes are assholes. Psychopathic assholes, because they get these ID cards and they show how they got the IDs. So the former MI6 lady, she did this thing where she hit the guy and he like passes out, and the inventor lady's going, oh, is he okay? And then Kristen Stewart says to the effect of, don't worry, he's going to wake up. And then the MI6, she goes, unless he doesn't. I'm going, you're joking that you might have murdered someone? And these are our heroes. Oh, don't worry, he's gonna wake up. Unless he doesn't. The guy didn't fucking do anything other than come out with like coffee or whatever and have an ID card. And you talk about, well, maybe I killed him. You ever witness a mass killing? And the reason they're all dressed in the Prince Valiant wigs is so that the people in security, wait a minute, it's her, no it's her, no it's her, to get confused, easily confused. There's one bit that I found completely stupid, where the MI6 lady goes to all this trouble with strings and chemistry and tying to the door and fucking talking to fucking Darwin, to the Skyfall, I know. This intricate trap. So when the guy opens the door, this thing falls into a trash can and gas erupts. The reason I find that stupid, the girl was literally, had the door open and she was about 7 feet away. She literally could just had it in her hand, drop it in there, close the door, and would have had the same effect. About from here to this wall, yeah, about 7 feet or so, she just going, fuck you tonight. No, she had like fucking strings all over for really nothing. It was so fucking stupid. Like, why did you go through all this trouble when you're standing there right by the door with the door open and the guy opens it? And the thing falls over and it's like 7 feet away from you. And then you close the door. So what was the fucking point of doing all that? Just take it and throw it. That's it. I can even make that shot. This is a bit fucking something you put your fucking garbage in outside. And all that was for nothing because the device is gone. And really the only thing that happened was there was this thing. She told this guard, the inventor lady told this guard, oh, get back from it. Oh, no. And then he gets shot and he dies. Then later on the girl's like, oh my God, I killed him. And then the other two go, no. And Elizabeth Banks goes, no. And then Kristen Stewart goes, I wouldn't take that on. No. I'm like, apparently killing innocent people is okay as long as they're guys. As long as they're guys, hey, you know, the guy was a guard and he didn't really do anything that bad, but hey, you know, yeah, you killed him, but no, don't worry about it. And these are fucking heroes? And this is the film that critics gave a pass to. Not the audience, but critics gave a pass to. Granted, not as much compared to other films, but some did. If you like the film, that's cool. You can feel free to explain why. What else? They have a big wardrobe of gadgets. What they fucking do. They steal some from this guy in the market. They go to a horse track. They try to tranquilize this guy. It fails. Kristen Stewart, mainly her stunt double, is on the horse. But then she's able to put a tracking device on the vehicle. Then it leads to this, might as well be a fucking quarry or a big old fucking empty warehouse. You have a boring as hell action scene that I'm not even going to go into. It ain't worth the spit. Then they try to get back together. There's an explosion. You think Patrick Stewart shot Elizabeth Banks, but she's got a bulletproof vest. Oh, Patrick Stewart, he's the bad guy because he's white. I wish they would just say that in dialogue. Just admit it. Fuck's sake. And then, again, the humor in this. The three and then Elizabeth Banks, they're all talking, and it's like, oh, be like she said like the Birdman of Alcatraz. And the other three look at her, and Elizabeth Banks goes, yeah, Burt Lancaster, you know, Birdman. And then Kristen Stewart goes, oh, Birdman, Michael Keaton. And then one goes, oh, Michael Keaton is Batman. No, Ben Affleck is Batman. Are you sure about that? What the fuck are we talking about here? You're not Kevin Smith. You're not Clerks. Stop it. Stop it. Elizabeth Banks. Because you directed this, you helped write this, you produced this. So this is your fault. It's your fault. And you fucked up. And you can't admit it. Hey, I'm glad you're proud of it. I'm glad you and the other ladies had a lot of fun. I go watch the 2000s Charlie's Angels. I go watch Lara Croft Tomb Raider. I go watch Kidnap with Halle Berry. Plenty of other fucking movies I could watch. The Terminator. Aliens. But I mean, yeah, you know. Almost every slasher film from the 80s. Well, some of them are pretty bad, but there's a good chunk of them that are good. Amy Steele, Heather Langenkamp, Lisa Wilcox. I'm sure Elizabeth Banks has never heard of any of them. I would almost fucking guarantee it. So then they all go to a party. You get some more nothing action. A really like lackluster ending. Like, this is the ending? There's nothing big or blockbuster or gravitas or even dumb popcorn, big explosions, gun battles, nothing. And then Kristen Stewart knocks out Patrick Stewart. I just like, you took my last name? I'm like, no, he's older than you. No, fuck you, you know. So what, she knocked him out because they both have the last name Stewart? No, she knocks him out because he's the bad guy and he's white. And he's a guy. Well, granted, Kristen Stewart's white as well, so it's not just the white thing. But if it's he's gotta be a white guy. Which I'm fine with a villain being a white guy, a black guy, an Asian guy, a trans guy. Fine. But from the very first scene, you're putting this fucking message like you do in Ghostbusters 2016, which was another Sony movie. Men in Black International, which was another Sony movie. Ghostbusters, Men in Black International, and this movie. 3 fucking films, 3 fucking properties where you're trying to say men suck so goddamn much dick. That's your number one priority, not entertainment or comedy or thrills or action, and all 3 fucking bombed. Bombed! You got that? It's called a bomb. In your pants, change your panties, change your underwear. Fuck's sake. Sorry for people who have headphones. Is Sony don't understand now? Didn't they also do Birds of Prey? So that's 4 times? 4 fucking times? Ghostbusters, Men in Black International, Charlie's Angels, and Birds of Prey. You did the same thing 4 fucking times and you don't learn anything. The reason that pisses me off is that's such a waste of properties. Although I'm not a big Charlie's Angels guy, but it was a waste of Men in Black, it was a waste of Ghostbusters, it was a waste of fucking, Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. And you keep fucking it up. 4 times. All 4 did not do well. All 4 pretty much bombed. And you don't fucking learn. After the first or second time. Nope. What, the 7th time maybe you'll learn? The end credits, you have people like Ronda Rousey and her co-star The Mole as being someone who trains the new girl, because now the inventor girl, since she did a good job, I guess, she's going to be a Charlie's Angel. So she's being trained to fight, and she's being trained all this other stuff, and then she becomes one during the end credits. What the fucking do? I don't care. Like I said, awful soundtrack, terribly paced with dull, bland, boring action scenes. The very few action scenes there are. One of the most by the numbers and cliche scripts I've seen in a while. No chemistry between the leads, no charisma. Shot blandly, almost like everything's fucking gray, no color. Maybe it's my eyes trying to empty out of my fucking head. Maybe that's why I saw gray, so don't quote me on that part. And fucking women are drool and boys drool bullshit all come up to a bubble mump of butt fuck. Elizabeth Banks, you can't do action. You proved it with this, with your piss poor editing. That I stand by. It's the editing of fight scenes you would see in fucking Catwoman. And I would rather watch Catwoman, because that's a bad movie, but it's more embarrassingly fun to make fun of than your boring ass. Fuck this Charlie's Angels. Just go watch the first 2 movies. Or go watch the TV show. Again, you think when the 2011 reboot TV show came out and only lasted like 7 or 8 episodes, maybe people don't give a fuck about Charlie's Angels nowadays. Of all the stuff to make a movie, nah, we're not needing one. Just saying. Oh, because they're girls? No. I would say we don't need an A-Team movie either. Or an A-Team reboot either. Which are a bunch of guys. I would say the same thing. And I love the A-Team show. Do I want to see another movie? No. A reality show? I've heard they're doing that. Wouldn't be, of course. Maybe they'll change their mind. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care and fuck this movie.